While debugging or running a program, you face issues, which could be in terms of exception or logical error or system crashes. But what if your application crashes due to memory issues or resource issue, which is very serious and costly process to determine and fix the same immediately. During the demo of a large enterprise software or uses of it, or during critical operation of a software, it sometimes crashes, and fixing it in real time or immediately will not be possible. Yes, this is because of memory leak or handling the resources in not in a proper way in your program. Today we are going to see different aspects of managed and unmanaged resources and how to use into our program in an efficient way. So hi, I am Vivek Kumar and I welcome to my channel Buddhi Towards Wisdom. Let's begin. We will check what are managed resources. Managed resources are automatically handled by .NET Framework and deallocation are handled by .NET Framework by itself. It looks in a very organized form where it gets created and deallocated whenever its uses are over. So later we can see what are the managed resources. So .NET Framework has many other managed resources, like mostly primitive types. If you talk about the data types like string, int, and other objects, which comes into the usage of creating a program and working with those primitive types by allocating some value and deallocating when the usage is over. So deallocation and all are totally done by the .NET Framework by using a concept called we have a garbage collection. So this garbage collection simplifies the concept by explaining that the garbage collector automatically frees memory when the managed resources are no longer needed. So for example, if you have created in your program integers and other variables or string and other objects which are in the managed form and its usage is over, so garbage collector automatically finds it and deallocates the memory whenever it is no longer usage. So more detail we can see it sometime later in different video, but for it for this part let's see and let's move to the other part, so which are unmanaged resources. We'll now talk about the unmanaged resources. The unmanaged resources are the resources that requires manual handling by the developer. Looks like unmanaged, and it will not be, if it is not handled properly, it will be staying in your system for a longer time, resulting in lot of problem creation when unmanaged resources are there, and it is really very heavy objects, and these objects when it stays into your program and it is occupies keep on occupying your memory, and sometimes that limit will reach and it will finally crash it due to the lack of memory. So we can check what are the unmanaged resources. So unmanaged resources in .NET are kind of a connection strings. You have a database and you created a string which are again a heavy object, image object, and any other parts or comes into the unmanaged resources. So we can check different types of file system and file stream also. Those also comes under unmanaged resources. So we can see here now what are the key difference between managed resources and unmanaged resources. So the main differences are again depends upon the garbage collector for the memory management, and in unmanaged resources it requires explicit cleanup like using iDisposable pattern. And the common example of managed resources would be string, int, objects are the examples, while in unmanaged resources file stream, db connection, images are the examples. So how to manage and what are the best practices of managing unmanaged resources? So the first part is iDisposable pattern. So here by using iDisposable pattern we can deallocate memory of managed and unmanaged resources as well, but the deallocation and managed resources are very nicely done using the iDisposable pattern. So next we are having a using statement. By using statement we can manage unmanaged resources where the resources are deallocated after using a specified use. The using statement can simply manage the unmanaged resources by automatically calling dispose at the end of the block. So now we will see what are the common mistakes which we do and how to avoid them while creating any type of resources. First would be the not disposing resources. If you don't dispose resources, again it will be piled up and being in your system for a long time, and after a long time running of your application, it keep on accumulating and eating your resources in the terms of memory. And if you have a one time will come where you will having a less memory, and in turn it will crash your software. And mixing managed and unmanaged resources, so what it will do is it will be having different types of memory and resources occupation. And what will happen, you will not be knowing it, like where I have defined managed resources and where I have defined unmanaged resources. And if you defined this mixing up not in a separate way and not disposing it in a separate way, what will happen, few unmanaged resources would be still left into the memory, which may cause other problem later. Managing managed resources and unmanaged resources in the program very wisely is very important. You can prevent your program to be crash in the real time. Hope this video would have been informative to you. To watch more such videos, please visit the channel. Till then, bye bye and take care. Happy learning.